Welcome to another Tableau tutorial video. I'm Weston Palmer. Let's get started. But first, a thank you to my Patreon supporters. I love the interaction and feedback. This is going to be part of a series of taking a dashboard from data to dashboard. Oftentimes you're going to be placed in a situation where someone comes to you, a client comes to you and says, hey, here's my data. What can you tell me? And so I'm going to look through this real quick. This is college data, college student data. And I see some gender. I'm looking for things that I can start looking at. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to just do some renaming. Just get rid of this, the two. Then I'm going to come up here. I'm going to keep this as a live just because I don't want to create another extract on my desktop. And actually, I'm going to create a file and I'm going to post this up for my Patreon supporters. So there's a little something to get you excited. So let's come in here. Let's pick the easy ones. We're going to do race along the bottom columns. What I don't know is it doesn't have an ID number or anything. And so we're just going to go with enrolled students count. I don't usually use this field, but we're going to go with it. And we're just going to just do a couple of quick sheets just so we get an idea of what kind of data we're looking at and how maybe we want to break it down. Let's see, looking for gender. We'll just do activity code. Nope, that's not what I want. Activity description. It's interesting. In my initial look at the data, it's like all of this is like sports related. One thing I would do is get these so that they're sorted in order. So one thing we're going to do for that is, I know we're going to want to do that, and we're going to want to do the sorting in all of the different worksheets when we're using this set. So we're going to come to default properties, come to sort, and we're going to make this manual. We want freshman. We're going to move junior up there. Let's see here, sophomore. We'll have to move that around a little bit. I'm going to move sophomore here. Yeah, this is probably okay. Graduate non-degree. This is kind of what you'd expect, right? You're going to see, your typical freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, I guess, and then maybe some graduate degrees. Pharmacy degree, maybe that's a 2-year degree. Let's see, class. And then I'm going to take a look at credit hours. And we're going to put this up here as discrete. I'm going to treat this as a dimension. Don't know if that's going to work quite like I'm hoping. I'm going to change this to discrete. And maybe there's one more in here I saw. First generation applicants. And so now I'm just kind of curious, what is this going to be telling us? Well, let's see here. And now let's pull the state. And I'm actually going to do horizontal bars because you're going to have a lot of these. Illinois, I'm guessing the colleges from Illinois, some of the other close ones. And then I'm going to just rename this up here. I'm going to call this state. Rename this to county. And let's just throw this on color. And that makes sense that only Illinois has got the different colors. Cook, I'm guessing, is probably close, or maybe that's a big population. I don't know that much about it. Maybe that's where Chicago is. I'll just call this state and pull the color off because that's not adding a lot. So now you've, in just a couple of quick charts. Let's actually come to the graph. I'm going to just, the dashboard, I'm just going to make this automatic. This isn't what I'm actually going to use, but let's just pull these charts over here. So there's more female than male. It'd be interesting to know what the percentage is. It's kind of hard to tell here. And that's a good point. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to come to gender, and I'm going to change this into a bar chart. And it may just be easier to do this. Put the label on it, show marks, and then I'm also going to put on the label, where is that? Enrolled student count. I'm going to put in percent of total. And so now we're going to put in, so I want it to say it's X number. So now I'm going to have to bring in enrolled student count and put that on the label as well. Now come here. I'm just going to swap these two. And I know it's probably sexist, but I'm going to change the color to male is blue, female is pink. That seems to be traditional colors, at least in the United States. And so now, compared to the bar chart, you have a little bit more information. We're going to change which one's the percentage? Okay, going to change this one and format that, so we're going to get rid of the decimals. And what would be interesting here, let's throw gender on this chart, a couple of these charts as well. It might be interesting to see what it tells us, if anything. You're hoping that it's going to be the same. Now we've already defined what the colors are for gender. So that looks about half and half, or looks about what you'd expect there. Let's take a look. Let's throw it on all of these things. It's an easy one to throw on a lot of these items, and you'd expect them all to be about half. Let's see here, race. Put gender on that. I'm not sure what this one is. Oh, I need to change that. That's the other thing, is trying to make sure you've got the right field that's easy to read and understand. And let's see what total credit hours, see what that looks like. Because what you're trying to do here is you're trying to see any sort of trends, right? Now so we've got to, and I'm not going to do this one because most of the women's sports are going to probably be female, and most of the men's sports are going to be male. The other thing that's going to be interesting is to take a look at class by race. Let's see here. We'll just call this summary. And what I do, when I do that, I'm going to move that over to the far right, and I'm just going to put all of these as one color. Usually I start off with blue. Red is usually what I have for an ad hoc, something that I'm not going to really actually use or keep. I can come back later and delete. Yellow are visuals that I usually put into a tooltip, but that's just me. Well, let's stop there for now. I hope you'll check out these other cool videos that I've selected for you. Let me know what you think in the comments below.